Super Meat Boy is not for the faint of heart. Do not be fooled by its cutesy simple graphics, its high energy soundtrack, or that smile. This game will challenge you. You will die. You will die a lot. And holy shit, you will die a lot. For someone who claims to know Batman, he really doesn't know Batman. If you don't kill him when you get the chance, he's gonna wreck your shit up big time. Every time I see this guy's face on the screen, the word dumbass just illuminates on his forehead to me. I wouldn't categorize Cave Story as a ball-bustingly hard title. In fact, I thought it was a relatively comfortable experience, with maybe one or two times where things got a little frantic for me. I like to think of it as taking a comfortable hike through a park or something fairly smooth. Imagine the process of getting the best ending to be like a sudden 5,000-foot mountain to unexpectedly appear at the end of your hike with your house nested at the very top of it. This place is fucking hell, both figuratively and literally. Everything here wants you dead, and you need to keep all the health you possibly can. Not only do you have to venture through this place without getting too injured, but you have to conquer not one, not two, not three, not four, but 5 boss encounters with no checkpoints. No checkpoints! You get what I'm saying here? That means if you kick the bucket at the very last possible moment, you have to load up your save file and travel through this shit all over again and fight every boss all over again. Holy shit!
What you're seeing now is my normal state. This is a Super Saiyan.
Oh, what a useless transformation. You've changed your hair, so what?
And this is to go even further beyond!
Mushroom Hill Zone. I wonder just what the hell the blueprints looked like when this place was constructed, but if I had to guess, it would probably look something like this. I find great pleasure in listening to Edward Nygma slowly become more aggravated with each riddle I solve.
What? You're nearly done? Are you cheating? Looking them up on the internet?
No, shut up. I've had my share of difficult games before. I've beaten Mario 2 Lost Levels. I've conquered Zelda 2 The Adventure of Link for not only this review channel, but for my Let's Play channel too. I'm gonna beat this meat. Bring it on, Super Meat. Getting the Chaos Emeralds doesn't turn Eggman super, but it does give you a new move instead. Breakdancing Eggman! The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. The franchises jump into the 16-bit world. Was it as good as, say, Super Mario World, or Super Metroid, or Super Castlevania 4? Well, absolutely. I'm not spoiling anything by saying this is one of the most acclaimed titles in the franchise's history. But I don't know. This is 2013 and no longer 1991. Is the game still as good as it was back then? Well, let's pop this baby in and find out. Okay, now that we got the establishing shot done, let's really play the game on the Virtual Console. Then, after rescuing a doctor in the steel mill, Batman takes something out of this thing and makes... Okay, what? I know Batman's utility belt is the pinnacle of Swiss Army knife technology, but where the hell did he pull that thing out of? Secondly, doesn't he hate anything that looks or behaves anything like a gun? Oh, it shoots out electricity to open doors and such. Oh, it can also be used to incapacitate foes. Actually, that reminds me a lot of that electric gun he used in Batman Forever. Oh, wait a minute. That means the next Batman game's gonna have some sort of homage to Batman and Robin. So Wily is defeated once more, and then he easily escapes via a rotating door. The fortress explodes and the credits roll. The fuck? Wow, that's an ending. Throughout the adventure, you're going to come across a wide variety of mooks and such. You have your returning fighting mooks, mooks with stun batons, and mooks with automatic weapons, but now there's mooks with added armor that require additional beating, mooks with riot shields that are really annoying to deal with in crowds, knife-wielding mooks who are annoying to counter, and there's even mooks that can plant proximity mines to prevent you from going nuts with the combos. Some mooks even have devices that can jam up your detective mode, and almost all mooks are smart enough to check gargoyles if they know you're using them as a means to escape. The word mook was uttered 11 times during that last paragraph, and don't ask me how many times I said the word Pokemon in Month of Pokemon, I can't count that high. During 15th century Europe, there lived a person named Dracula. He practiced sorcery in order to create a bad world filled with evil. He began taking over the continent of Europe, changing countries from good to bad. The good people of Europe tried to fight off Dracula, but no one was able to survive. Finally, the Belmont family was summoned to battle Dracula's vile forces. The Belmont family has a long history of fighting evil. The townspeople became afraid of the Belmont's superhuman power and asked them to leave the country. Fortunately, the people found a mighty Belmont called Trevor. Wait, they banished the Belmonts because of their power, yet relied on the Belmonts to deal with their problem? Who translated this? We need to rescue some Gotham City police officers. But before we can do— Shark! Get it off! 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 This game is hard. Combined with the control issues from earlier and level designs that are just fucking infuriating, Castlevania 3 is a game that not only requires patience, but sheer willpower to avoid throwing your controller straight through your TV. Seriously, some of these levels are just fucking impossible, and if it isn't frustrating gimmicks like awkwardly placed enemies, it's the goddamn stairs! Yes, I know I'm beating a dead horse by mentioning how much I absolutely loathe stairs in the old school games, but it's this game where they're the most frustrating. Some levels are filled to the brink with stairs, and combined with enemies that just piss you off, it's aggravating. Incredibly aggravating.
Johnny, don't do it. Don't do it. Think of the children.
By combining all the pieces into one, we can play something that's truly remarkable. This is the true genius of Sega.
Get here!
The game starts out with you playing as Eggman. Yes, Eggman, of all people. Apparently this game takes place in Bizarro World and the Negaverse combined into one. Sonic is some evil overlord trying to keep all of South Island's hentai all to himself, and it's up to Eggman to stop him. Doesn't even look like hentai, it just looks like People magazine with Sonic's face pasted on the front. What the— that enemy just took a third of my health with one hit! One hit! Why do enemies do more damage in later stages? What's the logic in that? Only being able to get hit once is like getting shot in the ass and then getting tapped on your nuts. Defeating the Act 1 boss of Gene Simmons and his neon tongue, you need to defeat Chuck Norris in his kitchen while making roasted pork. At this point, the ending screen is just Sonic doing this weird hip motion for 23 minutes. There's not even any credits music, it's just him doing this.